Hey, it's Larry here from Morning Tech Meeting, and I'm with my tech whispering business partner, Mr. Eric Sprague. What's happening, Eric?
Sorry, you're making me laugh off camera.
He's coughing.
I'm still
It's like
laughing.
3 takes. He keeps coughing. He's got a cough button right there, right on the mic. See? Cough button. Push the button.
Oh, is that how that works?
So anyway, we want to talk about one of our lessons today. We're going to have a whole bunch of these. But we had a lesson called Paul the Pro versus Paul the Pro and who's the hack?
Chuck in a truck.
Chuck and the Chuck. Paul versus Chuck. And we want to tell the backstory of that. That's what this little webinar
Is this
video.
behind the lessons?
Behind the lessons.
The music?
Behind the music, behind the lessons.
Okay.
I could write that down because
Behind the lessons. There's actually probably a story behind almost every single lesson I've given.
exactly, which is quite valuable. Hopefully people get a kick out of this. We're the human part of this. We try and be professional and give people what they want, but we're laughing half the time behind the scenes. So tell the story about Paul the Pro because
Okay. So
oh man,
we always called the guys around town who, weren't any good. We always called them Chuck in a truck, and we'll probably send you another video about that. But we had this client on a water damage job. His name was Paul.
oh, it was the worst.
He was probably the worst client we ever had in 13 years.
He didn't even pay us everything. Oh my gosh. And he had cancer too, so he couldn't get too mad at the guy.
And
He
you'd think he would have been a little nicer with the cancer, but he wasn't. No. But he was really into road cycling, and that's one of the things that Larry and I like to do. And he was built a lot more like a cyclist than me. He was skinny and smaller, and I'm built bigger. And so anyway, he was
I'm built bigger. Just to be nice about it. I'm just a bigger dude.
Big boned. So anyway. Cyclists in general don't think I could ride worth a crap to begin with just by looking at me, but I can get around okay. And so anyway, I was trying to engage him because he was out in his garage riding on a trainer. So I was trying to, find a common ground so maybe we could all get along better. So I started to talk
That wasn't happening.
No. So I started talking about road cycling, and he just looked at me and with like so much condescension said, "I only ride with pros."
Right? Paul the Pro.
So I'm like, okay, So anyway, me, I'm competitive. So that was like gnawing at me. So I decided to go on Strava, which shows times on various segments.
Yeah, Strava, hang on. For everybody, Strava is the Facebook of cycling and runners and swimmers, etc.
But it creates these segments and shows how fast everybody goes up. So if you find somebody, you can compare. So I went and found his name, and there he was. And I looked at Glendora Mountain Road, which is the big climb in our area. Now, being bigger, in theory, I shouldn't climb better than Paul the Pro, right? So I look on it, and dude, I beat him up GMR by like 7 minutes, which is like an eternity, So we were all having a great laugh at the shop, and we all were calling him Paul the Slow Pro.
Paul the Slow Pro. I only ride with slow pros.
Yeah, Paul the Slow Pro, and all the guys were calling him Paul the Slow Pro, behind his back, and we finally got through that job. But after that, we would always refer to somebody who was doing really well as Paul the Pro, kind of versus Chuck in a truck. So that's the backstory for Paul the Pro. It was actually Paul the Slow Pro.
Paul the Slow Pro. Don't get a client like Paul. We've all had him. We don't like him. But, created a story. So there's our story behind the Paul the Pro versus the Craftsman, not the Craftsman, the hack. Yeah.
That's a different video.
Yeah. So we're going to get to that.
I got a good story for that one too.
Yep. We'll get to that next. We'll see you. Hope you're enjoying our frivolity. See ya.
Bye.